Good morning and welcome to another Pokemon Go adventure. Today what I want to do is just quickly talk about gyms and battling gyms and holding gyms and the benefit of being in gyms. So on screen at the moment you can see this is the area around where I live. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 gyms all owned by Team Mystic. So if you have a look, I am currently, Wartortle, a part of Team Mystic as well. And one thing I noticed that when the game first came out, gyms would really change hands a lot. I've got my little Charmander sitting in the back there. He's coming along on this Pokemon Go adventure today. So he's going to bring me a bit of luck. Aren't you good? Yeah. So yeah, when the game first came out, and there was a lot of people playing. One thing with gyms, whenever you put a Pokemon in a gym, it would change hands a lot quite quickly. So you might take over a gym and then put in your Pokemon, and within maybe an hour or two, or even like the next day, that gym would be gone. Because there were a lot more people playing, there were a lot more people trying to take over these gyms. But now that the fad has kind of worn off, and we're only really down to the die-hard Pokemon players, the gyms that are out there at the moment are quite strong. Well, from what I've seen, are quite strong. So it is in your best interest to spend some time on these gyms and train them up and get your Pokemon in there. Because if you do, if you go into your shop, up there in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a little shield. And inside that shield is the current number of gyms that you own. Now, I've only got 2 gyms at the moment, and that's because I just haven't been out taking over gyms. I've mainly been focusing on catching Pokemon lately. But these 2 have literally been sitting in those gyms for 6 weeks. They're both in level 10 gyms, and I've put Pokemon in that are strong and are sitting at the top 3 positions in those gyms. So if someone does battle it and knock it down, they're only knocking down the first maybe 3, and my Pokemon's going to stay in there, and has done for a while. I think the last time I did a big gym roundup, I took over 8 gyms, and all 8 gyms stayed there for a week, and then dropped down to, I think it went down to about 6, and then after that dropped down again, and it's been sitting on 2 for a long time. Like, these gyms have not been touched. So if we go back into the gyms here, the 4 that are currently around me, right, if you have a look here, Team Mystic. Okay, so someone's put a Danky Kang. I got to give a shout out to Danky Kang. Danky Kang, if you see this, I know you're around the area. I see you out there. You're grinding away. You're hitting those gyms. You're right on my tail every step of the way. He's got a CP17 Magikarp sitting in the gym, which will get knocked out, but you know, it's on a level 10. So with the level 10 gyms, it's a big deterrent to put people off battling them, because you'd have to battle it like 30 or 40 times to get it down to 0. So if we quickly go through, we got Slowbro, Blastoise, Slowbro, Poliwrath, Snorlax, Arcanine, Arcanines, and Exeggutor, right? So even the strongest Pokemon in this gym is only 2,152. But the gym stayed there for quite a long time. Over here, the other one, alright, that's also a level 10 gym, and has been sitting there for quite some time as well. So if we quickly go through, Exeggutor, Charizard, Dragonite, Gyarados, Danky Kang still rocking it again in there. So these gyms, I mean, you look at number 10, Dragonite at 3000 CP. So one of these ones I've got at the moment, at one stage I did have all 4 of these gyms, but I just haven't gone around and rebattled. So I think this one here, so we've got Exeggutor, Dragonite, Gyarados, where's mine? There. Torgwin 316, so this Exeggutor, like, now, that's not even the name of the Exeggutor. I think he's Exeggutor he's just 61 now, but he's 2,437. He's not even my best executor, but I've put him in there, and he is what, 4th from the top, and he's been sitting there for like over a month, and he'll probably continue to sit there, because when people come across these level 10 gyms, it takes so much time to battle them down and take them over that it's not even worth it. So if you can get in these gyms, make sure you do, because you can get coins out of it, and you can get Stardust out of it, and you can collect them every 21 hours, maybe 22 hours. And so if you've got them in there, and you've got a lot of them in there, you can just collect it every day, and you don't have to worry about going out and taking over gyms and building it up, because now these gyms are becoming so strong that you can just sit in them for weeks. But make sure that the Pokemon you put in there are strong, but are not your best ones that you do want to keep leveling up and evolving and training, because once they're in their gyms, they are going to be locked down, and you're not going to be able to do much to them. So just to give you an example, if I go into my Pokemon here, so this executor that I've got, right, number 66, that's the one that's currently in that gym. It's not my best executor. 82 there is, so I'll continue to power him up. This Arcanine at 95% is in another gym as well. However, he's not my best Arcanine. I have got another one here that I'm working on, which is at 97% IVs. Now, IVs is something that I'll talk about a little bit later, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an understanding of gyms so you can better progress along in Pokemon Go. Alright, that's it for now. I'm going to go start hitting the grind on these Pokemons, and I'll check back in later. Thank you.